Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, January 28. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the government will be intensifying its policy of full asset utilization in the coming months. He says all state-held assets will be reviewed and made available to private business and citizens through a transparent and competitive process.
We will be doing it through a process of divestment, through public-private partnerships, through corporatization, and we will be also placing many of these assets on the Jamaica Stock Exchange so that you who are gathered here can also own part of these companies and claim the prosperity.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking at Sunday's opening of the S Hotel on the Montego Bay Hip Strip. A former National Insurance Fund property, the revamped hotel adds 120 rooms to the island's tourism sector. The Prime Minister also used the hotel's opening to reiterate government's intent to deepen the connectivity between tourism and the rest of the economy. According to Mr. Holness, tourism must be inclusive and beneficial to all Jamaicans.
The industry must take an instrumental approach to ensuring that the benefits are shared. Buy more Jamaican, employ more Jamaican entertainers, put them in your package, make people see them, because that is what is going to create the value for your product.
The Ministry of Finance has signed a $15 million loan agreement with the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, to implement the Skills Development for Global Services project. The project will be executed by JAMPRO in tandem with the Heart Trust NTA under two components: skills development and strengthen institutional capacity. It aims to upgrade the skills of industry workers and prepare them for opportunities in more advanced areas of information technology, such as business process outsourcing, information technology outsourcing, and knowledge process outsourcing. At the ceremony on Thursday, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clarke said further build-out of Jamaica's global services sector over the next 5 years would generate significant job and skills training opportunities for women and youth in particular.
It is expected that by next year we'll have a total of 40,000 persons employed in the global services sector, and within a short period thereafter, another 2 or so years, that number should increase to 50,000.
We are going to be building the skills Jamaica will need to achieve competitiveness for our human talent in the 21st century, and this is critical.
Meanwhile, the IDB's Chief of Operations says the improvement of infrastructure to support training and the upgrading of skills will revolutionize the way Jamaica does business.
This offers the potential to boost economic growth through increased exports from higher value added, more digitalized activities in the manufacturing and services sectors, and it also is a great opportunity for Jamaica.
Other key stakeholders of the project include the Global Skills Service Unit, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, and the Business Process Outsourcing Industry of Jamaica. Small and medium tourism enterprises, SMTEs, in the Caribbean will benefit from $500,000 to implement a disaster resilience project. The allocation is being provided through the Organization of American States. The project will be launched on January 29 at the second Global Conference on Jobs and Inclusive Growth in Montego Bay. The 2-year project aims to reduce the impact of disruptions to tourism enterprises in the region, which are caused by disasters. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett says the project will help to identify and address the macro and micro level challenges that affect business continuity during and after catastrophic events.
Tourism is being seen as a preferred industry for recovery from mega disruptions. So when hurricanes happen and other types of global disruptions, it is tourism that move quickly and bring back economic activity.
Minister Bartlett was speaking at the ministry's press briefing recently. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang is encouraging residents of Norwood in St. James to get land titles for their properties. The plea comes after the Housing Agency of Jamaica, HAJ, says there are over 1,200 land titles to be issued to members of the community.
It suits everybody to work out with Mr. Howell how you can get your titles, pay for it, and your children to have the title. If you don't have it, or you pass it on to your children, whichever way you want to register it. But it's a critical part of what you have. We have been able to keep property tax at a reasonable rate, so it suits you to get your title. Everybody knows land paper is a very important part of your property assets.
HAJ's Managing Director Gary Howell adds that the agency has put systems in place to assist residents who do not have all the money at once to pay for their land titles.
What we are here to ask of you, residents, is just to partner with us to help us to get you where you ought to be, get your names on the titles, to get your everything formalized, that nobody can say you're a squatter, you are this. Because yes, you have your house there and you live here for many years, but unless you have that piece of paper to show that you are the owner, then persons will always take liberty with you.
Mr. Howell told the residents of Norwood that the HAJ had partnered with the National Housing Trust to assist contributors in accessing mortgage benefits. Several icons in the local music industry will be honored during Reggae Month 2019 for their contribution to reggae music over the past 50 years. They will be recognized at a Reggae Gold Awards. The news was revealed by Culture and Entertainment Minister Olivia Grange during the recent launch of Reggae Month 2019.
We will be honoring 50 icons, 50 persons, individuals, groups, or whatever, who have contributed to the development of the music over the years and to take it to the world.
Several activities are scheduled for February, including a street party on Orange Street. Minister Grange has also announced that UNESCO's senior official with responsibility for culture, Ernesto Ramirez, will be her special guest for Reggae Month. His visit comes months after reggae music was inscribed to the UNESCO list of intangible cultural heritage for humanity in Mauritius. And finally, operators of public passenger vehicles, PPVs, are being encouraged to make use of the early start for motor vehicle examination, which started on Friday. The Transport Authority says this is in order to meet the road license renewal deadline of March 31. The authority says licensees are not required to pay the motor vehicle examination fees upfront when doing the early examination, but instead pay upon submission of their applications for road license renewal. The Transport Authority is further reminding the owners of PPVs that road licenses become invalid as of April 1, 2019 if the renewal process is not completed by Friday, March 29. A toll-free line 1-888-991-5687 or customer care 876-618-0959 is in place to facilitate queries. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.